Hello, this is Elizabeth Clare Brewington with Discover Brightside, the video podcast. And we've been talking to Anu and Heather about how important it is for you to get a coach, a mastermind for yourself, for your business, for your families. And what is on the outside is just as important as what is on the inside. I know some of you will argue with me that the inside is more important than the outside. Write us a comment. What do you think? Is the outside more important or the inside more important? So now we're going to talk about dressing for success. And what better way that with gemstones and stones that help you feel so loved and warmed and close to your heart. And I love women-owned businesses, and especially made in America and products that are handmade. I think that's a powerful statement. And what Grace brings to you is very precious. So once you've got your inside working, and we want you to look good on the outside, and we want you to look great at work, because it's a talking piece when you wear some amazing jewelry. So over to you, Grace, and I am recording. Okay, there you go.
Oh, thank you for having me, Elizabeth. It's an honor to be part of this community. So I'm Grace Parikh, the founder and designer behind Suga Beadwork, and I make intricate beaded gemstone jewelry. I'm wearing some earrings on my earrings right now, and my pieces are rather than being copies of jewelry designs that I see around the world, I use more as a jumping off point and kind of reimagine with different motifs from around the world. So I think of it as kind of a cultural fusion jewelry, if you will, and I use intricate beadwork and gemstones from small suppliers that I trust. And I started just as a hobby back in high school when I was thinking, oh, some DIY Christmas gifts, and came across some old beads collecting dust in my childhood basement, and then pulled out the beads, and my brain just went, why do we have to just stop at a single strand? And my brain just started having way too much fun going off in all these different directions. And over the last 22 years, one thing kind of led to another. And while I'm a wildlife science professor by day, and I noticed that through college and graduate school, all the ups and downs, I always came back to the bead box. And over time, I kind of learned what my design style was and started to kind of hone that personal style and develop that into something really stand out. And my jewelry are these bold, unique designs, and statement pieces can be really fantastic, thoughtful gifts for somebody to express their individuality and stand out without being flashy. And so these are really good as a gift for a client or to celebrate a milestone. It's kind of cool. They tell a story and they feel like they can be from somewhere but anywhere. And they also add structure and texture to an outfit. And they also can be pretty versatile. I know that some people, like myself, really like wearing a statement jewelry with a work outfit, adds a touch of empowerment, and you can also easily pivot that to an evening outfit. And I've got a few pieces I'd like to show you. So I've always been fascinated by ancient Egypt, and I know that I could never hold a candle to some of those really ornate collar necklaces that you see worn by ancient Egyptian royalty. And rather than trying to copy that, I use it as a jumping off point. And this is one of my favorite pieces, the Cleopatra. And here we've got snowflake obsidian stones, and then loops of beadwork, and then these red glass beads, and then at the center we've got a scarab bead. And this one's another one that's inspired by some of the more delicate global geometric designs. And this one also has a scarab at the center. It's in a red and winter blue color palette with deep red tiger eye stones and this scarab at the center. So this is if you like more of a delicate design. And my necklaces are adjustable for size preference, and they don't contain any metal except for the clasp. And I also make earrings. And these earrings, I'm also wearing a similar pair, are the pagoda earrings. And the pagoda earrings are inspired by some of the really exquisite pagoda buildings that you see in Southeast Asia. And so here we've got a striking 3D shape. So you've got this 3D pyramid shape at the top and then dangles with beadwork. And this one's got kind of a flame orange carnelian stone. And we've got another pair here that were inspired by the shape of a ship's wheel. And these are the trade winds earrings. And here we've got this multi-tiered design with these striking multi-hole beads at the center, connecting concentric circles of beads. And then between the different tiers, we've got these delicate sapphire ruby gemstones. And I've got these in multiple colors with a lot of different gemstones. So there's something for everyone, whether you prefer neutral colors or bold saturated colors or really bright colors or combinations thereof. I love experimenting with different color designs, and so there's always going to be something different in the color department. And then one of my favorite pieces are the bracelets. This is one of my favorite designs, the Providence bracelet that's designed to look like a suspension bridge. And here I've got the Serendipity bracelet. And all my bracelets are metal free. So if you have metal sensitivities, these work well. And they're also made with a durable polymer stretch cord, which allows for a forgiving fit. And they're made into a multitude of different colorways. But this one has silver crazy lace agate, and it's made with a blue and gray color palette. And crazy lace agate comes from Chihuahua, Mexico. And on this one, we've got the agate stones surrounded by geometric beadwork, and then we've got some more intricate geometric designs between the stones. And this one is one of my personal favorite designs. And this is the stone crossing bracelet. So here we've got some focal gemstones, and this one it's Amazonite, and it's surrounded by this intricate beaded lattice design. And these are all some really fun, versatile statement pieces that translate really well between work and social events. And these can be a great gift also for a client or for a colleague or to celebrate a personal milestone. Like maybe you've finished your master's degree, or maybe you got that promotion you were after, or you got an award, etc. And oftentimes, founders and CEOs are looking for unique, intentional gifts that feel like something personal. Oftentimes, when we shop for gifts, we're thinking instead of just our usual, something different. And so this could be kind of your something different. And so I certainly encourage you to explore the collection. I'll put my website and Instagram in the chat. And for attendees on this platform, I'd like to provide a 10% discount code using code LEAD10 at checkout. And I'll put all that in the chat. And thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being so generous. Thank you so much.
I have a comment and a question for you, Grace. Did you ever get any result from the jewelry that was stolen from the French Museum? The Louvre?
I haven't done that yet, but I'll definitely be sitting down and doing some kind of sketching out of designs. In most cases, it might be kind of like, okay, I see where she started there and then went completely out of left field, but I'll definitely be keeping you in the loop.
I appreciate that. I'm curious. I'm just curious.
Yeah, we are also travel agents, and we take people on trips
and
tours. And so Grace's jewelry really fascinates us because it's about different countries. And at some point, Grace, we will do like each individual country and bring your jewelry to life and have history and stories about each region. And my Wales friend is here, so how grateful am I to see you, Robin. I'm going to have Amelia next, and then I'll have you, and then we're going to do a fireside chat. So stay on, and thank you for watching Discover Brightside, the video podcast where we discover new people and we work with video and reviews, and that's how you get discovered and get incredible feedback, because it's not about the numbers, even though people will argue with me. It's about who you meet and how valuable your customers are to you. So stay tuned for more. And if you liked Grace's jewelry, there's a 10% discount. We'll make sure that you get that link, and it's also in our store as well. So head to discoverbrightside.com/store. And also earlier Heather was talking about her mastermind blueprint for empowerment. We want to get all our leaders to do this program, so that information will also be available. And then we met Anu as well, so we'll make sure that her information is available as well. So thank you for watching Discover. We have two more guests this morning, so stay tuned.